Hello ladies and gentlemen, vBlackWolf here and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to talk about Boss Batman on Heroic. While you could get away in normal by spamming Influence Aquaman, you can't really get away with that against the Boss Batman in Heroic. And today we're not necessarily going to discuss the best teams that you're going to use because that would be King and Black Manta for the most part. But we're going to discuss how to make a lot of different teams work here, because in theory almost every single team can work against Boss Batman. They will have various results, some of them will underperform heavily, but you need to set them up the right way, and you are very likely to end up in a situation where either Boss Batman or Boss Aquaman will be the last one alive, and you will eventually end up dropping all the teams against Boss Batman. And over here I'm going to explain not necessarily how I make some teams work, because some of the teams will not work by default here, but how I make the experience bearable with every single team that I eventually end up using here. So with that being said, if you find this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start this one off with the obvious team. The King team is going to, for the most part, work just as it works on normal difficulty. And on this account, I don't have very high level Rise of Krypton artifacts, and I can afford using 3 characters in total. Like, if you have too much health from the Rise of Krypton artifacts, you want to remove a 3rd character and just keep King and Dr. Fate, because then the 3rd character will take too much time to die and he will become your liability. Of course, remove the gears from every single character but King, because you want them to die as soon as possible. And I'm using Just League Flash over here in order to build combo faster, in order to make proper use of my Kryptonite Spear. But yeah, we're going to let Dr. Fate die over here. Again, both of them need to die as soon as possible, because the random tag-ins are going to be very detrimental to you, and at the end of the day you want the King to stay as much in the fight as possible. Starting off with 3 special trees here. Flash got hit over there, and yeah, that went pretty well. Like, they died pretty quick here. We got, let's say, the best start possible in terms of RNG. And right now, we're just going to proceed to combo interrupt him. Like, depending on the level of your artifacts, if you do this well, the only thing that will be different from fight to fight is the beginning of the fight RNG, and if you die or not from the super move. But if you die from a super move, worry not, because you'll be able to revive yourself. And you just need to combo interrupt him and ideally keep him in the corner, because if he's not in the corner, then he can swipe back while you try to combo interrupt him, and that will break your combo interruption. But while he's in the corner, if you execute a combo interruption well enough, then you're going to be fine. Like, Just Like Flash is going to be very handy if you're using the Kryptonite Spear, because it's going to help you get to that high amount of combo much faster and make full use of the additional damage provided by that. And over here I'm going to go for just special tree, as I already used the super move. Be a little bit careful with the super move at the same time, and if you have died already by the time that you have super move available, you might want to leave it for the end of the fight. And this is going to be pretty much the best in-slot team that you can use on this fight. Next up, this one is going to be a little bit weird. Again, only use this if you have killed every single boss in this tier. Like, if you have killed every single boss in this tier and Batman is going to be the only one alive, then you might have a League of Anarchy lying around. And what you want to do is actually put all the 3 League of Anarchy characters, because it will proceed as the following. You want Entangling Poison Ivy alive because of the dot damage on basic attacks that she provides to them, so you don't want her to die, so you'll keep the gears on her. And the problem is that the other 2 characters will die to a super move. So this way, you ensure that you can't lose Last of Joker to, let's say, bad RNG and Boss Batman using a super move on you. This way you kind of ensure also, if you screw up and use a special tool on you, that the stun will get reflected. And yeah, this is pretty much the safest way to use the League of Anarchy. Like, League of Anarchy doesn't have a good time here, but this is kind of the best of it that you can make. Again, the damage is not going to be huge, and I recommend you do the super move on every single of the one of the characters, because the overall damage is not going to be that high, and that's going to make the super move damage count a lot. That Entangling Poison Ivy did quite a huge amount of damage on that super move. I guess it was because of the combo. Should have built a higher combo on Harley. And with the energy that you have left, just swap between using special twos with Last of Joker and Harley. Over there I messed up a little bit with Joker, but that's fine, because as I said, Harley will reflect the stuns. And again, This League of Anarchy Harley is going to do very well against Aquaman, is going to do very well against Nightwing, so only use it here if you are out of teams. Will do very well against Black Adam. So yeah, only use this team here if you have if you're done with the other characters. Even if you don't have Arkham Knight, then you can stun them with a Silver Batman because they're not immune to stuns. But yeah, if you have no other place to use this, then use it here. And yeah, damage is not going to be very high, but it is what it is. Next up, the Silver Banshee team. Silver Banshee does a fair job here. She does a fair job here. Again, she will be safe from dying here because she's got a pretty high base defense, so she can take the super move, because that's a little bit of a problem. If you keep a character solo, you want it to be able to survive the super move. And you're going to start the fight off by applying a special 2 debuff and special 1s. The team might look weird because you don't see the combo builder being reverse flash or something like that. That's because in this fight we're not going to build combo at all with other characters, but we're going to do with her Banshee, and since she uses combo by herself, she's going to need some fast actions. So not necessarily need, but this is what she's going to benefit from the most. Like, you can do this without combo interruptions, but combo interruption will benefit you by far the most in terms of damage. And you need to get, you don't necessarily need to get Batman at the wall, but you'll benefit a lot from him being at the wall. Over here, he used the super move, and my Silver Banshee survived, and this is not the best Silver Banshee. Like, on this count, she's 5 stars, so your outcome is most likely going to be better than this. Again, pushing him to the corner all the way. Make sure you build as much combo as possible before using the special tree, but at the same time, make sure your disables don't expire, and keep it at 2 disables because you want to be able to have a chance to inflict another disable your special tree. And over there, I did a little bit of a mess up. I pressed special 1 instead of a special 3. And yeah, I'm playing on the keyboard here, and that's why I can mess up the specials. But yeah, it is what it is. Again, you can do this without combo interruption, but with combo interruption it will yield better results. That was an 8.2 million if you missed it. Again, not the craziest amount of damage, but it is what it is. Next up, we're going to have the Just League team. And look, with this team, I could have survived the super move because I had the LexCorp armor. If I equipped that on Flash, he would have gotten armor on the special tree, and he would have had a much higher amount of health, so I could have kept Flash solo. But most of you guys will not have LexCorp, so that's why I'm going to show you how to do it without LexCorp. So the problem with this team is that your Flash will most likely not survive the super move if you are unlucky and he gets that used upon him. So what you want to do here is get your gears off Cyborg because he needs to die, and keep both Flash and Aquaman alive, because by doing so, you're going to get one of 2 situations. Either super move gets done on the Aquaman and he dies, and that's fine, no problems with that. Or the second situation is going to be the one in which your Flash dies, so then you can use Aquaman and use the super move of Aquaman. A little bit of a mess up over there in terms of gameplay. And if you're careful enough, for the most part, you can kind of predict the tag-ins in between them a little bit. You'll see that more towards the end. But yeah, make sure you save up the super move of Aquaman in case something happens to Flash. Over here, Flash gets super move done on, and that's fine. I use my Aquaman super move, and now Flash is back alive. And that's pretty much how you do it. Right now, I don't really care if Aquaman dies, though it will... At this point, there's just 40 seconds of the fight, so it would not be a crazy benefit for me. And you can put the Kryptonite Spear on Flash, because he makes pretty good use of it actually, because he builds combos so fast, and he's going to trigger some pretty huge damages. Over there, Aquaman got stunned. Come on, die faster. And yeah, we managed to squeeze in one more special tree. And the total amount was 12 million. Again, not huge amounts of damage. Over here, we're going to go real quick over the Batman Ninja pip. It didn't go well because of 2 things. First of all, my Batman Ninja team is kind of garbage, and my Catwoman is not really the best thing in the world. And second thing, I did a very big mistake. If you're going to use this team, don't attack him with basic attacks until he kills your other 2 characters. Because if you attack him with basic attack, you'll inflict the damage reduction debuff, which will make him kill your other characters far slower. So this team does not have a good time here. Again, they have a far better time against Nightwing, against the other bosses. Only use this here if you have to use it here. But if you have to use it here, make sure you don't start the fight by using basic attacks, because that'll make it take that much longer for your other 2 characters to die, and that will be unoptimal. And after the 2 of them die, just keep doing basic attacks and special trees. Catwoman should be safe from dying because she's got the Immortal, and you can heal yourself with the special 2, so it's going to be all good. And now another thing that I got wrong, like over here I was going to use the multiverse team. Again, if you're going to use this here, only use it here if you have to. They're not having the greatest of times. And my mistake was actually removing the gears from Flash. And if I was to fight this fight alone, I would leave him with gears and keep him alive for the entirety of the fight, because Flash is going to have a passive that counters the tech abilities, so he's going to stay alive anyway for a pretty long time. And at the same time, there's not a huge problem with random tag-ins because Multiverse Armor Superguy is going to have an unbreakable tag-in. So rather than do what I did over here, I actually recommend you guys keep both of them alive throughout the entirety of the fight, and just play normally as you'd play, let's say, Captain Cold fight, but just let him tag you when he wants to, and be careful when you're tagged with Multiverse Armor Supergirl to quickly follow up by swipe right, tap 3 times, swipe right into a special tree, and you should be fine for the most part. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, hit that like button, dislike if you dislike it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!